Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to solve day 11 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 2438, range product queries of powers. Let's read the problem statement. Given a positive integer n, there exists a zero indexed array called powers composed of the minimum number of powers of 2 that sum to n. The array is sorted in non-decreasing order and there is only one way to form the array. Okay, so here if you see example number 1, n is equal to 15, right? So if I write 15 in binary form, how I'm going to write it? I'm going to write it like this, 4 ones, right? This is 1, this is 2, this is 4, and this is 8. Okay, this bit value is 8. So if I do the summation of this, I will get 15, right? This is nothing but 2 power 0, this is nothing but 2 power 1, this is nothing but 2 power 2, this is nothing but 2 power 3. Okay, so all these bits are set here, right? So this is how I'm going to write n is equal to 15 in binary form, right? Here if you see, I'm using this 1, I'm using this 2, I'm using this 4, and I'm using this 8, right? If I'm going to use all these bits, right, 1, 2, and 4, and 8, okay, if I'm going to use all this, so I will get the sum up to this n, right? Okay, so here in the powers I can say 1, 2, 4, 8. You are also given a 0 index 2D integer array queries where queries of I left to right. Each queries of I represents a query where you have to find the product of all the powers of j with left of I value less than equal to j less than equal to right. Okay, so here if your powers is like this 1 to 4 8, so 0 and 1 means 1 into 2, that is nothing but 2. 2 to 2 means this 4, right? 0 to 3 means 1 into 2 into 4, that simply means 4 to 0 to 3, right? 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 2 into 4 8, and 8 8 64, right? So here 64. If I just give the indexing now 0 1 2 3, right? So 0 to 3 we need to run, 2 to 2 we need to run, and 0 to 1 we need to run. Okay, right? Return an array answers equal in length to queries where answers of I is the answer to the ith query, and since the answer to the ith query may be too large, each answers of I should be returned modulo 10 to the power 9 plus 7. Okay, now here if you see this example number 2, so here first bit value is 1, next bit value is 2, next bit value is 4, next bit value is 8, right? Here n is equal to 2, right? So n is equal to 2 simply means that this bit is set only, right? Okay, so this is how I write 2 in binary form, right? 1 0. Okay, this is the value of 2 in binary form, right? Okay, so now here in this array, right, powers, if I have just 2, right, then also it's fine, right? Okay, because I am reaching here, right? Here if you see, there exists a 0 indexed array called powers composed of the minimum number of powers of 2, minimum number of powers of 2 that sum to n, minimum number of powers, right? So if I have just this 2 power 1 here, right, I'm still reaching here. Okay, and here in this case what I need minimum number of powers, so that simply means I need 2 power 0, I need 2 power 1, I need 2 power 2, I need 2 power 3. Okay, only in this way I'm reaching to 15, right? So here if you see 1 2 4 8, I'm writing 1 2 4 8, okay, for all the bits which are set here, right? 1 2 4 8. Same way here, the only bit which is set is this, okay, and I'm writing this in the powers, right? And I have to write it in increasing order. The array is sorted in non-decreasing order, okay, increasing order, right? So this is the first thing that we need to do. We have to create this powers array, and in powers array I have to write the minimum power of 2's which sum up to this n, right? Once I do that, right, so after that I have to execute all the queries, right? 0 to 1 I have to find out the products from powers, 2 to 2 I have to find out the product in powers, 0 to 3 I have to find out the product in powers, right? Okay, here if you see the constant size n is from 1 to 10 to the power 9, right? Queries dot length is 1 to 10 to the power 5, very big, right? Queries dot length is very big. Okay, so I have to go over all the queries one by one to get this answer. So definitely my time complexity is going to be q here. Okay, right? Q dot length you can say, right? Because I have to iterate over all the queries. Now inside these queries also, if I get this as my starting and this as my end, okay, I have to iterate over the powers, right? 0 to 1, so I have to iterate from 0 to 1 here in the powers, 1 to 2, right? 0 to 3, so I have to iterate over all these, right? So 1 into 2 into 2 into 4 into 8, so that is 64. Okay, so first I'm going to iterate over queries, then I have to iterate over the power, so I can say q dot l and here power dot length, right? Okay, now here one more thing, we have given a positive integer n, right? Okay, so in we have to extract the powers of 2 only, right? So we know that size is fixed, right? Only 31, until 31 bits we need to find, right? So I will say that this is nothing from 0 to 31 only, right? Because we are just taking the powers of 2, right? So until here only we need to find, so I can say it is 32 only. So, and this is nothing but q dot length, and this is very small, right? 32. So I can say simply that my time complexity is going to be q dot l, and this solution will be accepted, right? So here let's write the code. Nothing complex here, a very simple code. So here first thing that you need to do here, create one variable mode, right? So here you can say private static final int mode is equal to 10 to the power 9, right? 1 2 3, and here same thing, 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Okay, 10 to the power 9 plus 7. All right, and here inside this step 1 is to extract the powers of 2 that sum to n, right? So n is in this range only, 1 to 10 to the power 9. Okay, so we will get our answer, right, if I just run the loop until 31 only. Okay, and that is the size of int as well, right? So here what I'm going to do first, we have to store the powers in some array, right? But we don't know the size of this powers. Okay, let's use array list then. So here I'm going to use array list integer, and here powers is equal to new array list. All right, and here what we need to do, for int I is equal to 0, I is less than, simply give 32, and here I plus plus, and here inside this we have to just find out the set bits, right? If the bit is set, then just we have to write that particular number 2 here. 1 2 4 8 are set, so I'm writing 1 2 4 8. Okay, so here if n and 1 left shift I times, okay, first 0 then 1 then 2. Okay, and in this way we will check whether that bit is set or not. So if that bit is set, right, so that simply means that our value is not going to come equal to 0, right? And if it is not equal to 0, then in my power array list I have to add this value, so 1 left shift I. That's it, this is done. And step 2 is to answer each query. So here create one answer array, right? And here new array list, and now here after that inside this you have to run one loop. You have to iterate over all the queries. So here you can just use for each loop as well. Okay, so let's use for each loop, query in queries. All right, okay, one by one we'll pick the query. And here what is the start? So I can say start is nothing but query 0, and here end is nothing but query 1, right? And now we know start and end. Now just we have to calculate the product. So here long product is equal to 1, and here inside this run one more loop. So int I is equal to start, and here I is less than equal to end, and here I plus plus, right? And here my product I'm going to update. Okay, product is equal to product into powers dot get I. All right, and here just take the mode with mode, right? And then once this is done, I'm going to update my answers, right? And here we have to update the answer for this particular query, right? So here you can say answers of you can say I, you can create I, or you can say let's say k, and here in this k you have to just add it. Okay, int and product, right? So here let's initialize one value k here. Okay, int k is equal to 0 in the starting, and once I add this I'm just going to do increment k plus plus. All right, and in the end we have to simply return answers here. That's it. All right, so now let's run the code and see if there any code issue. We'll try to fix that. So yes, there are some issues, so let's fix that. Okay, so here if, okay, here I have to write it like this, n and 1 left shift I. All right, and this value if it is not equal to 0. All right, and here line number 7, This is powers, right? S is missing. Any other error? Cannot infer type. Okay, let's run it again and see if there are any other errors. So yes, so here int answers is equal to, all right, so here you can here size is fixed now. Here I'm not creating array list, right? So answer size related to this queries dot length, right? So here array list, I don't need to write array list. Here I need to pass the queries dot length, right? So that is the mistake here. So here just what is the queries dot length? Here just write this like this now, queries dot length. That's it. All right, so now let's run it again. So see, all the test cases has been accepted. Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? And if you see the time complexity for this problem, you see m into n. Okay, so here let's say this is m, all right, and here we are running from start to end, right? But this start to end is also very small, right? Because we are just iterating over powers only, and powers is just running until 32 times, you can say 0 to 31, right? So this is very small. So still see, if you see, we are able to pass all that discussion, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in the comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.